Hey guys, so my name is Sage Allen and I am going to go over what you're going to need to bring with you on a summer day hike to Acadia. So first I'd like to start off with what we are going to be wearing on our bodies and clothing that maybe you want to bring in your day pack. So for starters, with what you're gonna wear, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're not wearing anything cotton because cotton is just gonna take that sweat and hold it to the shirt and stick it to your body, and it's just not going to be fun, and you're going to be sweaty and gross. Your shirt's going to be wet, so you're going to want to make sure you have like a nice kind of like athletic material shirt. Just make sure it's not cotton. And same thing for what you're wearing with your pants. You're just going to want to make sure those aren't cotton as well. I tend to wear shorts when I go on a day hike in summer, but that's just personal preference. I don't mind if my legs get a little beat up, but if you don't want your legs to get beat up, I would suggest wearing like a nice pair of light pants. Those can be really good. Also for clothing, I suggest that you don't wear anything black because that's just going to absorb the heat and the sun, and it's going to make you hotter, and we want to try and maintain our body heat and not overheat. So that's why I generally wear this. But then in my pack, or maybe I'm going to start off with a nice fleece. That way when I get to the top, and I won't be super cold because the summit tends to be cooler and windier than the bottom of the mountain, so I like to have a nice extra layer for my top, or maybe two if it's a windy day. I'll have this fleece here and a rain jacket or wind jacket just to try and keep the wind off of my body. This is the day pack that I will be using. It might be a little bit big. I wouldn't do anything bigger than this. I tend to put a lot of stuff in here. I like to be a little bit over prepared. But you want to make sure that you are not overpacking your day pack, because then that's just going to be a little bit heavy and might not be great for the hike. Also for clothing, you're going to want to wear a nice light pair of socks, and I even put an extra pair of socks into my day pack just because my feet can sweat a lot, or if I step in a puddle or it's muddy, your shoes could get wet, and you want to try and keep your feet dry. That way you aren't getting athlete's foot or any irritation, blisters, or anything like that. I have a nice pair of waterproof hiking boots that I will wear. They're not as waterproof because they're a little bit old, so that's why I have the extra pair of socks. If you don't have hiking boots to wear, that's okay. I've hiked in sneakers before. Just be careful with your foot placement and everything like that. Hiking boots have that extra support in the ankle of the boot so you don't roll your ankles as much, so just be careful about that. Also in my day pack, I am going to have a nice liter water bottle. I generally bring more water than 1 liter. I'll have this nice reusable metal water bottle and put another water bottle in there to fill that one. That way I have plenty of water. It might be too much water for you. I tend to drink a bit, but you're going to want to make sure that you do have plenty of water because it is a hot summer day, that it's easy to sweat a lot, and then you're going to be sweating a lot of that water out. You also are hiking, so you are going to need more water. You really, really, really do not want to get dehydrated. Not a fun experience, and especially when you're hiking, it can be kind of scary sometimes. So water is very, very important. In my day pack, I will also have sunscreen. I tend to put on sunscreen before I go on my hike because I'm pretty pale and I burn very easily. So sunscreen is a need for me. I put it in my pack because I tend to sweat through the first layer that I put on, and I'll reapply another layer at the top. I also like to have a nice hat to keep the sun off my face if it is a really sunny day, and it's great. It'll help prevent my face from burning, and one less place that I have to worry about for sunscreen. I still do put it on my face, but not as often because I do have that nice shadow over my face by the brim of the hat. I also have a pretty cheap pair of sunglasses that I will wear just because sometimes I'll lose them. They could fall off my face into a river. Just nothing too expensive, that way if I lose them I'm not devastated, and it's nice to keep the sun out of your eyes. Again, those two things are just things that I like to bring. It's not something that you might want to bring, but you know, it's what I will bring. I also like to bring a nice portable charger, and this is because you might, you could, you know, where you're going and everything, but maybe you want to do a different hike because you have more time or a different way down and you want to look it up. It's great if your phone's dead, a portable charger to charge your phone that way, but it's also really great in case of an emergency, which is why I keep it in case someone gets injured and my phone's dead or their phone's dead and I really just need to call someone and need help. So I keep that with me. I also have some nuts that I'll keep in my pack. If I don't have any nuts, I tend to keep some granola bars, high in protein, and it's really good for you when you're hiking to keep that energy level up. And one thing that you're going to want to make sure again is that your pack isn't too heavy and that you tend to pack it right, making sure that the heavier things are towards your back. That way it isn't too heavy for you. And you're just going to want to make sure that you have everything that you need. You're all set. I tend to double check my pack a couple times before I go out on my hike. And that is it. All right. I hope you enjoyed this little mini lesson on what to bring if you're going to go on a summer hike in Acadia. Stay cool, don't overheat, and have fun.